I have this joke with my brother. Every time he says something and I don't agree with him, I'm like, it's okay if you have opinions. Like, you know, they're not mine, so they're obviously wrong. But like, it's okay to have an opinion.
It's all right. No big deal.
So he's my older brother. I mean, we joke like that. I do not agree with that statement at all. Mm-hmm. I really think that, I don't know, it's such a gray area because I feel like it's normal to have an opinion.
Yeah, of course. Everyone has opinions about everything. But
I feel like
in the social media world, opinions have kind of become almost like taken as facts. Yeah. And we're bringing this up because in the last episode that we filmed, we were talking about so many topics, and I liked our conversation, but I kind of felt like, okay, we need to continue this convo in the next one because we're gonna be here for another hour. Yeah. So it feels like I can't. Now, obviously, we're talking about things like books. Like, do you like this book? Do you like another book? We're not talking about like political opinions. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about like if I were to go online and say, hey, I don't like this book, or hey, I don't like this author's writing style, or it's not for me, you know, whatever. People take it as if I'm like shitting all over them. Like, I don't know. Like if I'm just like saying that you fucking suck. I don't know. Like, it feels like too serious.
I feel like we always bring this shit up, but that's what our book talk got canceled for.
It didn't get canceled. No, but people don't actually care.
No, oh my gosh. Yes, they don't, because I don't know if you remember that girl who during COVID times, she made like a very poor taste joke about Harry Potter. And she was like, I don't remember. For 2 weeks.
What was the joke? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
Okay.
But for 2 weeks, she was completely
going through the trenches,
socially destroyed.
Oh my God.
And then people forgot about her. And she came back, she still posts, but she never brought up the fact that was her. Mm-hmm. And she recently posted where she was like, y'all remember when you shit on that girl? That girl was 17. Like, I hope, and she was talking about herself. She was like, I was 17.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? And it's just kind of like, it's gotten to a point where now when someone states their opinion, if it's not your opinion, it's now morally wrong.
Yeah.
And it's like.
And again, we're not talking about like politics. We're talking about like
art.
Yeah. Do I like this movie? Do I like this show? Do I like this book?
It's kind of like if I listened to a music artist, and you can input any music artist name, because I feel like
Olivia Rodrigo.
I was going to say, I feel like even if I say a name, people are going to be like, well, that artist is well loved, so you can't say that. Like, just like by the fact saying a name.
Or even if you were to say an artist and be like, oh, I don't really vibe with their songs, all of a sudden it's like, well, you don't get the songs. That's like, why. For example, you don't understand.
I was actually not even going to mention a name right now because I was gonna make a point, but now that you mention a name, it's like if I said Taylor Swift and I said something bad about her right now, there's gonna be someone out there who's gonna be like, but you don't understand, she makes art. And it's like, no, you're missing the point.
Yeah.
Like, you should be able to have an opinion about someone, but not hate on that person if they're not a bad person.
Yeah.
I could dislike an artist's work. Doesn't mean I have to hate everything the artist does.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, there's artists out there, music artists that I know exist and I've heard their music. Mm-hmm. I don't love them.
Yeah, or, you know, you can like one album. Doesn't mean you're forced to love every single song they ever make.
I just feel like because everyone is so big on posting everything on social media now, there's now no genuine reaction to things.
Yeah.
You know, and it kind of goes with like that whole thing that's happening with ARC reviewers currently with the whole
oh my God. Please
there are
continue.
certain authors who are asking ARC reviewers to not review if they scored it below a 3.
So, okay. Cheli, you were not a part of this. I did this. Don't worry. It was all me. So I was in a group, a book club sort of group, right? And I thought it was really cool. I thought it was fun. You know, I wanted to talk about books with people. I wanted to see what people were reading, you know, because, you know, that's what we do. We love books. So in this chat, there was an author who was like, hey guys, if you want to sign up for my arcs, here's the link, whatever. And so I was excited because I was like, oh, we're in the same chat. Like, that's cool. So I did it. I went into the link. I think it was like a Google form. I don't remember. Yeah. I wrote, but I did it for us. Like, I did our information. I did like our email and whatever. And everything was fine. Like, it was cool. I was excited. And then, and keep in mind, this was at a point in our journey that we never did arcs. We weren't doing arcs. We have never done that before. And so I didn't really know anything about them. I was just kind of like, okay, well, it's not out yet. That's cool. Like, I'll be one of the first ones to review it. So then some time passes. We get an email. And in the email, it basically is stating like, here's the link to the book. And it just gave information about the book. But then at the end, or somewhere in the middle, I don't remember exactly, but it was like, if you are going to rate the book lower than 3 stars, please wait until after the book is already released to the public, like afterwards, right? So it's not like the initial reviewers. And at first I was thinking like, because at first I didn't know how to feel about it because we had never done arcs before. So I was like, oh, is this normal? I have no idea. And so I was thinking like, oh, maybe it's because she's a beginning author. I have no idea. I didn't actually look into her. So I'm just guessing that she's just an indie author and she just doesn't want bad reviews, which it gave me like a sour taste in my, like, it made me feel weird, right? Because I don't like that. Like, obviously nobody wants like bad feedback, I guess, for something that, you
worked hard on.
And especially if it's like your first project. I get that. Yeah. But it made me feel so weird that I was like, I don't think I'm going to read it then. But I didn't say anything though. I probably should have. I should have responded and been like, hey, thank you, but no. I should have said something. I just didn't know how to go about this because we had never done this before.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of goes with, because there was even like an author on Book Talk who she was saying like, I don't know, because she was saying how she usually gives 5s because she just vibes with the writing. But she's like, but it doesn't mean I like it. I just give 5s with the vibe. And it's like, okay.
So she normally gives 5s.
Yeah, but she was mentioning, she was like, but I always give above a 3 because I know how much work went into it. And it's like, yeah, but I mean, you do you, but that's also not the point of a review. Like, if I went to go watch a movie and I was like, I fucking hated it, but it was 2 hours long, so 3 out of 5. It's like, that's not how reviews work.
Therefore, and also I saw like the end credits, and that was a lot of fucking names.
It was like a lot of names.
5 stars, I guess.
And I was thinking like that must have taken like a long time to type. 5 out of 5.
I feel like, in a way, I get it, I guess. I get that you're trying to be nice, but you're not being helpful.
I remember when that game, the video game Watch Dogs came out for the PS4. Do you remember the controversy with it?
No, I don't.
So when Watch Dogs came out, they hired, or before it came out actually, they hired a bunch of beta testers. And they were like, well, not even beta testers. The game was finished. And they were like, can you please all play this game before the game comes out and write a review about it so that when we release commercials and stuff, you know how they go like 5 out of 5 from IGN, amazing game.
They can like include the reviews in the trailer.
The game was so bad. It was so bad that apparently the company that made Watch Dogs was sending people iPads and money, like sending them stuff. And it's like, please wait to post your review until after the game is out. And
wait, they were sending iPads?
Yeah, they were sending kind of like
what, to bribe them?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's weird.
I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it's Watch Dogs, but I remember it being like a huge thing where it was like, what the then this game's gonna suck.
Yeah.
And people came out and said that it wasn't good. So it kind of became a joke. Like, really? You're trying to save Watch Dogs by sending people iPads?
Well, I remember when Cyberpunk came out, they really rushed that one too, right? Like, it was like not at all ready, and they just released it. So I know that a lot of work gets put into it, and there's a lot of people behind games and movies and stuff, but like reviews, the point of reviews is to see like what worked for you and what didn't. It's a personal journey, like whatever.
And I feel like that's just part of art. Like if you, because we're getting to a point now where AI is becoming so like prevalent in like society now. So, you can't write a review for AI. You can't go out there and be like, AI, you really like slam dunked, but I just didn't feel a personal connection with your character. Like, you can't do that shit, because what's AI gonna do? Cry like a baby?
What if they do? And then what?
But like, if you write a review about something that's AI, there will be no difference. But if you write a review that's critical to an author, they will take that to heart.
Yeah.
So shouldn't we want that more if it means that we can develop as someone who's creative? So
yeah, no, I agree with you. And I feel like critiques are important for you to grow. Like, I feel like I bring this up all the time, but Cheli and I, we were both in like creative workshops at different times, but and I feel like it is very nerve-wracking, and it's scary when, because this is the setup that it was. We were literally all in a circle, in a big ass circle, and every week we would pick somebody else's like creative work, right? And everybody would say like, oh, what worked for you? What didn't work for you? How did you feel about their project or whatever it was? And it was scary because to me, it was worse when people didn't have anything to say. Like, that was the worst part. Because it's like, okay, well, I have no idea if you liked it, you hated it, if you vibed with it, if you didn't vibe with it. But then I would have people who would like critique my work. Yeah. And I remember really vividly, this one girl literally looked at me and she was like, I just didn't care about your characters. And that was like, I think the first time anyone had ever been so like blunt. Yeah. About, my creative work, and especially in front of your face, it's like very different. So yeah, it hurt, but at the same time I was like, okay, well then that means I have to develop that more. Like, you know, like, it's helpful, it's meant to help you, it's not meant to be mean.
Because then at that point you're supposed to think like, okay, she doesn't care about my characters, what can I do as the writer to make her care?
Yeah, exactly. And even I mean, let's say that I did workshop it and whatever. And even if she doesn't end up caring later on, it doesn't matter. I developed them and it'll work for somebody else.
Exactly. I remember in my creative workshop class that I was in, I had written a piece, because every week it was a different person who would show their piece. But the way that he had us do it, or my professor, is I would print the piece out for everyone and I wasn't allowed to talk that day. So like, it's very much like,
so when it's your turn, you can't talk,
and you can't talk.
So if you're the author,
yep. So I don't know why I have to preface this all the time. I feel like I have to stop doing this, because I feel like anyone can be a writer, but I just out of subconsciously I always want to say like, I'm not a writer.
But you are though. You've written.
I really have. I will say though, I'm not a poet, but
poetry is a different.
But I remember
different breed.
I was really into this one anime, and at the time there were two girls in the anime that were like shipped often, and I was just kind of like, wow, that's such a like interesting concept, where it's like people are always so quick to ship men and they make it seem like, oh, but their love is going to be so accepted, but then when it's women, it's very like taboo.
Interesting.
So okay. I was just like, it's crazy that every person that talks about the ship always makes it so sad. Like they always make it so impossible, and more societally, like there's more barriers for women than there is for men when it comes to homosexual relationships. So, okay. Sorry, that's like very...
No. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what ship you're talking about.
So I can show you later. It's funny. It's like the fucking stupid... It's like from Naruto. But I remember I wrote basically this poem. I'll see if I could find it to show it to you. Only Yajaira. But
I'm sure it's good.
It was like a yearning one. It's like someone that like is just watching someone else. And she talks about not being able to reach that other person, and like being like calling to her, but never really being able, like her never really being able to hear it. And I never used pronouns in it. Like I just used them. Like that was the only pronoun I used. Yeah. But I didn't want to mention that it was about
two
girls. But my writing, I had it shaped in the figure of a woman.
Oh,
so
okay.
I remember being so proud of that shit. No one caught on, and you can't say anything. So I was just sitting in that room like, oh, I just gotta stretch. I was like,
you're like trying to do
the form.
The Coke bottle.
I know, but I remember like being really upset about it, but I didn't say anything. Yeah, and then after me, was someone else. I think it was a different day, but he had written one where he wrote about a polyamorous relationship, and all of us were just like, it's just about polyamory. This is just like a lot of sex and it's very raunchy. But the names of all of the girls were different drugs. So it was someone who couldn't let go of drugs.
Okay.
And I remember when we figured that out, like literally the last minute of that class, we were like, oh my God, we were all wrong. And the professor was like, you guys have to understand that, like, as soon as it's out in the world, you can't change people's perspectives. Mm-hmm. Like, if they didn't see what you wanted them to see, then that's what it is. Like, you can't force people to take in your work a specific way. They will take it in however they want. And it's just like,
wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy, huh? It doesn't matter. It's however you take it. It's however you see it. That's the whole point. And which is kind of scary. But I guess, like, our point here, the whole point of all this is, as long as you review, you're not wrong. Just keep reviewing.
Also, if it's not the opinion I have, it is wrong. I know it's confusing. Hear me out.
I know it's confusing, but please keep up.
I just feel like the community of art, just in general, would be stronger if people just accepted criticism more easily. Mm-hmm. But I'm not saying don't go out there and write like, I hate you. To the author. Like, that's not gonna help.
That's really not criticism, though.
No.
Like, it has to be constructive criticism.
Like how my sister read the Tahere Mafi books, The Woven Kingdom.
Oh, yeah.
She read all 3 of them. And she really dislikes it. Mm-hmm. But she dislikes it, but she doesn't want to give it up. She's like, I really hope that she just follows through in the end. So she's reading them, but she's not like outwardly hating them. She's just like, I just really wish that Cameron would have been like that. And her reviews are like so detailed because she's like so
oh my God.
invested.
That is so fucking funny because meanwhile our like Goodreads reviews would be like,
no,
5 out of 5, slay.
Oh my God.
What was that one review that you made that was so fucking funny? It was like, I don't remember, but it was like literally like 2 words.
I don't remember either. The only one I remember is the one I made for Laura Olympus where I gave it a 1 and I was like, why she look like a child?
Oh my God. Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Oh my God.
That's a good point.
I need to look back
Why
at my
does
reviews.
she look like a child?
Have you seen that girl online? Sorry, we're about to start. Have you seen that
please
girl?
Stay with us.
Who does book recommendations, but she recommends books by reading their 1-star reviews.
Okay, good thing you brought that up. Thank you so much for bringing that up. Yeah. So, when Gossip Girl was a big thing, they promoted their show, I think their 2nd season, by releasing like their like bad reviews. So it could work in your favor. And honestly, like there are some books where I've listened or I've read their bad reviews and I'm like, I'm really curious to see if it's really as bad as it is.
It's funny because like I saw her this TikToker. She's a bookstagrammer. She was recommending Monstrillo, and both you and I really liked that book. I
love that book.
And someone was like, why is it just sex and cannibalism? And like, it low-key kind of is, but it slaps.
But it's also really sad and depressing, and it tackles grief.
But I think it's funny loving a book and just seeing that, and you're just like, okay.
And seeing that, and somebody else doesn't take it in the same way, but I think that's also kind of beautiful. But
then it goes to like the fact that like I'm not going to sit here and start arguing like you didn't understand the book, you didn't. It's like no, just let it be.
Yeah, who cares?
It's not going to be for everyone.
If you didn't like it, it's fine.
Yep.
Cool. We can still be friends.
Yeah.
There are books that we disagree on that you love hilarious. And I fucking hate it.
And then we don't talk.
Or vice versa. I know.
It's funny because sometimes you can see in the episodes where we disagree, where both you and I are just like.
I don't think it's that serious though.
No, it's not. It's funny.
It is funny, but I don't think you or I are really like that.
Is there a book that we've read that you would have been sad if I didn't like? Because mine is Angels Before Man. I mean, I'm not going to be offended by it, but if you didn't like it, I would have been like...
I can't think of. I'm sure there is, but I can't think of a book.
These Hollow Vows.
Oh my god, these Hollow Vows. I was so
You were into it. That wasn't even for the podcast.
Yeah,
You
it
just
wasn't.
Recommended it.
It was personal,
Yeah.
and I was so into that. The other one is the vampire one.
Serpent in the Wings of Night.
No. King of Battle and Blood. Remember, because I also read that.
St. Clair's.
Yeah. I read that on my own.
I love that one.
Without it being for the podcast.
Yeah.
And I was really nervous. I was like, if she hates it, I'll be real sad. Because I would also get it if you didn't like it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like those books where you're like, yeah, I get it if you don't like it. But please be on this train with me.
Dude, I will always do that for you.
Thank you, bestie.
I remember when we started this podcast and we would recommend books. Any book that you recommended was always so good. And all the books I recommended, we hated.
In the beginning. But now it's good. Now we're good.
Thank you. I think, honestly, it's gotten to a point because at the beginning, I felt like we didn't know that we could still make it fun if we didn't like the book.
Oh my God. I feel like our best episodes are when we dislike the book.
Yeah, I think so too. They're funny.
I know.
But you know what
Talking
else?
about fucking hating books. I'm just kidding.
Talking about piece of shit books. Your opinion doesn't matter type books. Do you think disrespecting our viewers is gonna fix your life?
I think so.
Welcome to the Book Fix podcast, a podcast where we disrespect viewers one person at a time.
I have no idea what you're talking about by that. Disrespect viewers.
We're gonna disrespect their views on this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so someone's gonna comment, I actually love this book, and we're just gonna write no and block them.
Delete your comment. I actually love this book so much. I read it every night.
Thank you. No,
Delete
you don't.
it.
Oh, you read it every night? Huh? Delete. Banned. Reported. It completely goes against what we just talked about for like 20 minutes.
I wanted to make a stupid like joke where it was like, yeah, if you love it so much, recite chapter 5 without looking it up. Yeah, you can't. You can't.
Right? What page did it start on? 17, bitch. How do I know that and you don't?
So chaotic.
I'm your host, Cheli.
No, hold on. Welcome to another episode of the Book Fix podcast. Oh, you did say that. Whatever. A podcast where we fix lives one book at a time. I'm your host, Yajaira.
And I'm your host, Cheli.
Wow, we started really chaotic in this one. The vibes are good, guys. And
The vibes are good.
We've been drinking a little bit.
We've been drinking, and I've been looking at that strawberry cow you have up there.
It's so cute, huh?
I just noticed it was a strawberry cow. I thought it was like a little minion. I have my glasses on
First
now.
of all, that is so...
That's so disrespectful.
Just because that's literally my
Wait,
strawberry corner.
what's the candle you have?
Oh my God, hold on.
Okay. I was like, it looked like a church candle, but who the fuck is that?
Who is this? It's Freddie Mercury. My...
Wait.
This is our prized possession. Thank you.
That's so
Shout out to you.
That's so funny, dude. Let me see her. Why do you guys have this?
What do you mean why?
Patron Saint of Rhapsody.
What do you mean by why?
You're right.
Why would we? Actually,
wow.
That's
Amen. Encore.
That's my man's.
Dude, that's like my
man's
sister's
candle. And, you know, I have to be respectful. So I had to put it up in my strawberry corner.
Have you seen the cup? I will, whoever is editing, remind to put the picture of the cup here. It's a drawing of Elvis and Vicente Fernandez, but they're one man, and the cup just says El Vicente. That's one name.
I need to see that.
I have it.
El Vicente.
I will send it to you. To whoever's gonna edit.
So funny.
It's so fucking funny. Okay, we are starting off chaotically.
It's their pictures just morphed together.
Yeah, that's so
amazing.
funny. It's so funny. Wait, hold on. You know what else is funny? How much I love golf.
You know what else is funny? How much I fucking hate Elvis.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I was about to defend him, but I was like, not that man. Dude, he ate fucking peanut butter and pickles, right?
It's disgusting. That's
come back to us eating ice cream and fucking soy sauce.
Literally not the worst thing he's done. He literally tucked the 14-year-olds.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. No, he did that. And he also stole music from Black creators.
Yeah. So
go ahead, leave a comment
Elvis.
about why you fucking hate Elvis. And then someone comments, he fucking bullied my mom.
Oh my God. Actually, he's a really nice guy.
Blocked.
Anyway, oh my god, we're starting so chaotic. I think this drink is starting to affect me.
How many drinks have you had?
I don't know. Don't count.
I had 3. I'm good.
Don't count them. So yes, we fucking love golf. Have we mentioned that before?
I literally
can't think of a sport that would excite me more.
Like, close your eyes and the first thing I see is a putt. What's another golf? Birdie. The hole in one. Putt.
It's called a putt.
Putt.
I only play mini golf and that's it. And not that much, so.
You know what's kind of funny though?
What?
We're in a golf community.
Don't ever say that again. You can take that back.
Okay, sorry. Golf doesn't exist here.
Okay, so this book is another sports romance, which we haven't done many. We've only done, I think, one. And
no.
Icebreaker. Name the second one.
Long shot.
Oh shit! I forgot about that.
I can't believe we did 2 whole sports books.
Can you think of a third?
Yeah, the one we're gonna do after this one.
Okay, well, it's not there.
Suddenly, we're a sports podcast.
But you know what I love the most about like our sports romance book adventures?
Oh, can I guess? Is that it? Does it have anything to do with booking sports?
You ruined my joke. Actually,
I'm sorry.
Actually, this joke would be funnier in the next episode. So,
no, you're right.
Stay tuned for that one. Mm-hmm. I actually don't get golf. Sorry, I have to confess, I don't get golf. I don't get it. When I think of golf, I think of old white men.
Okay.
Sorry.
Couldn't control that one.
Sorry, it just came out. You love golf. I can tell.
No, because I'm thinking,
I can tell you're
if you and I went to go watch a golf game, because with me, you know me, I'm a sports queen now. I could sit through a hockey game. I could sit through one. A basketball, yeah, I could sit through that. Soccer, that's fine. Volleyball, good. If I am out there fucking sweaty as fuck, and then they throw that little ass ball, and there's just like 4, and it goes, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Walk there? I'm sorry, you're doing the sport, not me. So now I'm just kind of like, wait, where's
the ball?
Wait, you're telling me he's in the fucking green, and now I have to. I don't want to walk.
I thought it.
Also, the outfit's ugly.
That's the worst part.
Polo shirts.
Well, I mean,
a nice polo shirt.
It kind of works for me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's kind of cute.
Golf is kind of good.
It's kind of in, actually.
I love golf. We haven't started. We're reading and talking about Fangirl Down by Tessa Bailey.
We've only done one Tessa Bailey book, and I love that book. I love that book. It was so good. What was it called?
It was called...
It Happened One Summer?
Yes. And we were going to read one that, honestly, if we ever come back to it, I feel like with Tessa Bailey books, you really have to be in the mood to read a Tessa Bailey book. I might be the only person that thinks that.
No.
But I...
No, not at all.
Okay.
Queen, no.
Okay. But to me, you have to be in the mood. I will say I was hella in the mood to read this book.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, because the way that you were texting me made me think you loved it.
That is so funny, because what the fuck did I say?
Read it. And I was like, whoa.
I said, read it.
Yeah, and a little punch emoji. And
no,
I was like, oh, shit.
No, I didn't.
No, that's exactly what happened.
No. I'm going to post our text now.
So this book... I'm sorry, I hurt myself.
Okay.
This book has to do with 2 characters and golf. Our 2 main characters are
Joey.
His name is Joey.
Josephine?
Oh, Joey. Josephine is her name. Golf is her game. And then our main guy, whose name is Whitaker Wells Whitaker.
Wells.
Who looks at their fucking baby straight out the womb and goes like,
Wells.
Oh, Wells. Wait a minute. The baby's like,
that's actually kind of beautiful.
Wells. So Wells is the golf professional, and he was very well loved. Wells loved, if you can say, because he rose to the top really quickly. So he's 29 in this book, and it's said that he started his golf career in his early 20s and just kind of made it.
Yeah.
And he was very well respected. His mentor, whose name is
Miles.
Oh, really?
Actually, no.
Who the fuck is Miles?
I said that very confidently.
Duke, isn't it? Duke
It's
something.
Miles now.
No.
No. I think you're right. I think it is Duke.
So he has like a mentor who like hella believes in him and everything. But then all of a sudden,
But I mean, hold on, pause it for a second. You're making him sound like a great guy. He's got some demons. This man is always brawling. He's always fighting. He's always in bars fighting and punching people. So his reputation is kind of not the best.
His reputation is ass, and his press is ass. Like, he does not want to talk to the press. And then his game starts to be ass.
Yeah, but don't worry. He has a number one fangirl.
Whose name is Josephine, and she considers herself Wells Belle. So she's the only fan that comes out.
Literally, like, he's playing, right? She's playing, okay? Bleachers, haters. Except one girl. Yep. She's the only one. She has a whole little poster like, Wells Belle, I believe in you, babe.
Yeah.
And he's looking at her like, shut the fuck up.
So he one day is just like, yeah, he's done. And so
I just imagine him like
fucking ball goes in the fucking like dirt. Why the fuck you guys like this? This is so fucking boring. Fucking ball and a little stick. I can do this at home.
We'll do it at home, Wells. Down.
Okay, fine. Wells. Fuck down. So he's super fucking angry at this fucking little ball, and he's like, I'm done. You know what? And he turns and he feels bad because, you know, he does care that he has a fan,
but not that bad.
Yeah, because he fucking goes, gets her poster, and eats it. Fucking lo mastica, and he spits it out. And on the floor spells fuck golf. He spells it with the paper, and she's like, "God damn!" And
but what makes it worse? Hold on a second.
Okay.
What makes it worse is that Josephine was one of the 80 people who
81.
decided, okay, whatever. She's the 81. I'm just kidding.
She's the 81st,
yeah. Who decided to join a raffle lottery source of thing. I don't remember what it's called. And she won. So she won a exclusive dinner with Wells Whitaker. And he was going to take her out on a nice dinner. But at this point, you know what? He's gone through it. And he's just like, you know what? Fuck this. And fuck you too. And so he like leaves.
And fuck golf.
And fuck golf because
he tries to break the stick, but it's made of metal. So he's like, just imagine. Just I'm just gonna fucking leave this.
But
here.
also, like, during this conversation, she did mention that she has like a family-owned business of like I forgot what it's called, but it's like a golf.
It's a pro shop. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a fan.
She's
Girl
a fan.
Down. Tessa Bailey. So I reading this start. I was expecting her character, like her perspective, because it's dual perspective. I was expecting her perspective to always be like very fangirly. Like I wanted her to be very like,
okay.
Wells, I'm gonna go on fucking Twitter and destroy you. I'm gonna make fake accounts and I'm gonna make bots and I'm gonna like I wanted her to be like one of those people that just knows the fandom or like would speak in like fandom terms.
Okay,
you know what I mean? Like she would be like, oh,
you thought she was gonna be like the number one stan
Nakamura. Yeah, I stan him. Like I wish she had, because there was only ever one moment where she kind of made a joke like, yeah, I stan him now. And that was it. And he became really possessive. Like, you can only be my fan.
You can only be my girl.
But I kind of wish that she would show up.
She was just a fan.
And she would be like, oh my God, don't fucking freak out. But this guy's right there. And it's like, yeah, that's my...
I was kind of expecting that too. Like for her to be at least aware of his competition in a way that was like, oh my God, he did this in the last season. You know what I mean? Like to just be like, oh my God, he's so good.
Or like you seeing one of the golfers and then being like, oh, if anyone wants to enter my giveaway. And she's like, oh yeah, your rival...
Let me just send
really
him a
quick.
quick email real quick. Hold on. Can I say something?
Yeah.
Right here, right now.
Oh my God. What are you going to say?
I want to say something, but I don't want it to come off mean.
You just like dry.
I don't want
and white men. But I don't want to be mean though.
You blame me? I don't want to be mean, but
Go ahead.
You know how Cheli, I'm talking to you right now, Cheli.
Yeah.
You and I, we never really like to guess
How the other person feels.
No. We don't like to guess like what happens in books, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We like to just be shocked, you know? I called this book from a fucking mile away. I didn't read the summary, by the way. I had no idea what this book was about. But as soon as it started, like after the first chapter, I was like, she's going to make him love golf again. That's where this fucking shit is going. I've seen this movie. I've seen this.
And I don't even like golf. And I know how this is going to end. But did you mind that? Was it too cheesy for you?
I think it was a little too cheesy, but it's not a bad thing.
You know what's funny?
You like cheese?
I love cheese.
I do. I actually love cheese.
Yeah.
Like for real.
But I feel like... Are you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm great.
Okay. I feel like this book could have been better had she just been more herself. Because as soon as because basically he's down in the dumps and he's like, fuck, I left the game and now I can no longer play golf. I feel really bad. I let down my one fan. If I can make one difference, I want to at least eat with her.
He's trying to like self-sabotage though.
Yeah.
At the point of where we're at in the beginning. Cause like even he's aware of like, oh my gosh, she's like the only fan I have left here in this, sea of haters. And there was a moment when she was like, there are still people who believe in you. And he's like, really? Where? All I see is you. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of just like, okay, I get it. It's cute. I just kind of wish it wasn't so predictable. And I kind of wish she would have been her own person aside from like, oh my God, I love him so much. I love Wells.
I kind of wish that she was a fangirl to everyone else.
Yeah.
It just goes back to that. I wish that he would have been like, oh, well, maybe I can turn to Belle or Josephine because she's my fan. Maybe she can help me out of this. And him going there and realizing like, oh shit, she likes other people. Like, was I really that special?
Yeah,
and just kind of bringing up that like, do I want to get better because I want her as a fan, or do I want to get better because I like golf?
Yeah, and if she was such a fan of the sport, then shouldn't she be a fan of like everybody else who's doing really well?
Yeah.
And then I wanted him to be like, oh my God, she's a fan of this guy because he performed this well or whatever, and him to be like, okay, I have to outperform him. You know what I mean? Like that's.
I would have loved if that one moment, because she becomes his caddy, and the one who carries his bag and gives him like talks like, oh, you should shoot from here, you should think about this.
Yeah.
And so he is telling her like, I will help you pay for your pro shop because there was recently a hurricane and it destroyed her pro shop and she has no money and she also has diabetes type 1, so she needs to have insulin and like all. It's like
honestly this is a good like commentary on how fucking fucked the healthcare is, because she couldn't get insurance for her pro shop because she had to pay for her insulin.
Yeah.
And so it was like this whole thing, and so she's thinking like, oh my gosh, she's fucked. And then that's when Wells shows up in the fucking midst of this like rubble. And he's like, oh yeah, I was just like in town,
the neighborhood,
just visiting a friend and stuff. And I remember that you had a little shop around here.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so
little
small.
pro shop? You were
so small, so tiny.
Weird.
And that's when he's like, hey, you want a job?
Yeah.
Because I need to love golf again. So.
Yep. And so she's like, okay, that can actually make me money, so I'm gonna go do it. I really wish, because the first time they meet as like employer and employee, it's at a hotel and they're gonna throw like a little gala, so she has to dress really nice. I really wish that he would have been kind of like, I'm gonna be so embarrassed because she's just gonna fangirl over me. I know it.
Oh,
she's gonna like. I wish he would have been that annoying, and then her being like, oh my gosh, isn't that Nakamura who had that really nice shot in 1987? Like, I wish he would have been like...
That would have been so good.
Dude.
But no, like, immediately from the very beginning, he was really, like, into her.
And she was
like,
into him.
Really into her. Like, he was just, like, picturing her in ways you shouldn't be picturing your employer.
No.
Employee.
Yeah. And she was also into him. It's like, is it because of me appreciating him as a fan, or do I like...
Or do I, like,
want
love him? I mean... Love.
Wow, that's a big word. 4 letters. That's the same letters as golf.
Oh my God.
But she becomes his caddy, and I think it's really nice. I wish they would have mentioned this more. The fact that she's the only female caddy.
Yeah, and it's kind of like a big deal. I mean, they kind of did mention it. They mentioned that they knew that there was going to be like people like talking because obviously like I guess it looks a little bad that she's the only girl there and she's carrying all of his like golf shit. Mm-hmm. And this is really important for Josephine because she has type 1 diabetes. She hates like people thinking that she can't do things, like she's not strong enough to do things. And so this was actually like a good thing for her, I guess. Like it made her feel good to be able to carry this shit.
But I wish it would have made more of a deal of afterwards when he did well his first game. I wish people would have came up to her. They kind of did. And they were like, oh my God, did you do that shit? How did you do that? How do you deal with him?
They kind of did though, because once he started to perform well again, people were like, oh my God, are you his good luck charm? Yeah. Oh my God, you brought
She's
it out
just
of him.
like, thank you.
Thank you, don't touch me.
And I also wish they would have made a more big deal the fact that she had to share a room with all the caddies.
Oh, I know. They never really brought that up.
No, I wish she would have went in there and there was bad blood, but she would have been that bitch.
Like, don't fucking look at me.
Don't look at me.
Thank you.
Look at me. Don't look at me. So in this, it's kind of like a very to the point story. The biggest thing is that he doesn't communicate how he feels, and he just self-sabotages. And she's like, you know what? I got a good advice. Don't. Oh, she's so fucking right.
Don't self-sabotage. Thank you.
Don't. And you know what? He works on it. There's really not much to say. We talked more about nothing at the beginning.
Nothing? What are you talking about? We talked about a lot. We talked about the Freddie Mercury candle
and
the strawberry cow.
The cow.
How did you feel about our main characters?
I really liked Josephine. But like I said, I wish he was more of a fangirl. I loved Wells. I loved him, but God, he was such a fucking dick sometimes.
Yeah.
When he hung up on Tallulah, who had called her best friend.
Oh my God. Tallulah was in Antarctica, okay?
You know what I hate too?
Oh, can I finish?
Oh, I'm sorry.
To people who haven't read it, which I don't know why you're listening to this if you haven't read it, but that's another problem.
So far in.
Anyway, so Tallulah, her best friend, calls her and she's trying to update her on, her life. And she's trying to tell her, hey, I'm working as Wells's caddy. And Tallulah's over here laughing, cackling. She's just like, you're so funny, girl. You're such a jokester, you.
Don't laugh at me, Tallulah.
Wells sees Josephine, who's giggling a little too much, and he's like, oh, she is not flirting on my fucking
watch.
Dollar? My
golf watch.
Because he's paying her. Whatever. Yeah. And so he like hangs up the phone and she's just like, are you fucking kidding me? I was talking to my best friend and also like, I don't know when I'm going to be able to talk to her again.
And he knew about the best friend by this point. So he kind of looked like...
He didn't know that she was talking to her though. But...
At the time. But
it's interesting that you loved him.
I didn't
love him.
I didn't like the fact that when he would do shit, he wouldn't apologize. He would just make up for it later, which is great. Glad he wants to do acts of services. But I wouldn't appreciate if like someone fucking punched me in the face, but later they gave me $100. It's like, no, why didn't you apologize?
He never punched her in the face, by the way.
No, but with his actions, he might as well have, because he was so fucking harsh to her.
So anytime like things would get too real, he would kind of like emotionally push her away or close off. Like he wouldn't be honest or upfront about his emotions, and it would kind of leave her feeling like, well, what the fuck just happened? Like we had a good time, and now he's over here being weird or whatever.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of like a whirlwind of like, okay, I don't know how I'm supposed to feel right now because my employer is being weird.
How do you feel about the fact that they both knew they liked each other?
I didn't mind that. I mean, I kind of wish it was a bit more of a slow burn, but I didn't mind it. It was whatever.
I like how they were both like, we're not going to act on this. And then like one chapter later,
they acted on it.
What if we like mess around a little bit? What if we watch the movie 300?
Oh my God. So basically the way that Josephine inspires Wells is she's like, if you score, I don't fucking know the golf terminology. If you make it in that hole right there, you can get a sexy picture of me.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, oh my God. And all of a sudden he's a pro golfer. All of a sudden.
That's all it took.
All of a sudden he knows how to golf.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of like how it happened, like the progression of their relationship. So it started off with the picture, and then it started off with like other things, right? Like it's like it was the picture. He would be motivated by her to perform well.
Well, it was the picture, and then that same night, he went to go visit her room because he had sent her a picture and she didn't respond to it. And so then when he went over there, she looked really flushed, and he was like, "Oh, that's what you were doing, Mrs. Josephine." So, sorry, she's not married yet. They watched the movie 300. There's a sex scene. He rewinds it and like gets on top of her, and they like
have fun,
are touching each other. And then she says to him, "I will let you.
Oh,
I will allow you.
I will give you the privilege,
the opportunity, if interested. I will allow you the opportunity to release your happiness inside my happiness."
Oh, okay. It's beautiful.
In 2 nights' time. Thank you.
2 nights' time. This feels like a poem because this is beautiful.
Amen. So she's like, yeah, if you in 2 days, and show me these 2 days, you do amazing at the games and you win. I don't know how you win golf, and you win the golf.
Make it in.
Oh, you're so smart, queen. If you win at golf, if you beat it, I think it's the first one. First one wins. If the ball goes in that hole, you're He's like, why are you using golf puns?
He's like, can you just talk to me like an adult, please?
Please, I don't get what you're saying. Why is this a riddle? If the moon passes, she's just like completely.
He's like, oh yeah, I totally get it now.
How do you feel that him doing well was very based on sexual favors?
So when it was first happening, it kind of gave me the ick a little bit because I was like, I don't know. I kind of wanted a little bit. I wanted more. Is that so wrong? Is that so wrong to want something that's a little bit different
out of a book that's called Fangirl Down?
Yeah. I didn't know that. She would be getting down and dirty. I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, they should have put that in the title.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. It feels.
I didn't mind it, but then it kind of became like. I wish I would have seen him get better at golf. You're just telling me he knew this whole time, but he just wanted.
It's because let me tell you why.
Okay.
So the things about Wells, our main character,
yes,
one of them is that anytime he would be good at something like golf, he was like, but like it could easily be taken away from me, and you know what? Now I'm sad. You know what's so funny? I wrote a comment. Oh my god. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Because he literally was like talking about golf and how easily it can all go to shit for him, right?
Yes.
Literally, like the second paragraph, he was like, he wouldn't fail at making her moan. He'd be the fucking master at that. And then I made a comment. I was like, okay, but why isn't he scared that he wouldn't be able to satisfy her? Like, why is he suddenly so confident with that? I need answers.
What if all of a sudden he self-sabotages? What if he's like in the middle of messing around? I'm never going to be like the guy from 300.
What if I can't make her orgasm? What if Think about it.
I didn't even understand her golf pun. Like, what if I can't?
Nah, it's tragic.
I wish he would have self-sabotaged in more parts of his life.
It was just.
I wish I would have seen this man rot. I wanted to see him crumble. Yeah, because he picked up real quick.
But there was other things that he did in their relationship that I was kind of like not a fan of, but I can't really remember. He wasn't very sweet. He's very rough around the edges. Well, we're different. So I want someone a little sweeter. So
I kind of fuck with. He was just really possessive. Really possessive.
And you love that shit.
Dude, I kind of fucking did. I really loved how she would just be talking to a man. It's just his toxic ass. A man?
A man?
There's only men that are caddies. Like, you're not allowed to talk to anyone who's a man. It's like, bitch, that's everyone here.
I know.
What if I need to ask for the restroom? Figure it out. You can't ask anyone. Don't look at a man. You're like, don't think of a man.
Don't do it.
But my dad's man. Oh, we got to do something about that. We got to do something about that. You know what else was weird? The fact that he would call her dad.
Oh yeah, I didn't mind that.
They weren't dating yet.
No, but
so you're telling me if
his dad was, they would talk about golf though.
You wouldn't find that weird.
But then they're like slipping in there.
What?
They would like slip in like, so what age does Josephine start driving?
What
does Josephine like to eat on Sunday afternoons?
That's really cool that you mentioned that about golf. What's Josephine's social security number? Just asking for a friend.
But were they friends at this point though?
It was weird to me because after they messed with each other was when he got the number of the mom to ask about like her diabetes, like what should he carry with him in order for her to be safe. Fine, that's fine.
That's fine. That. And then also like the mom started crying.
Yeah, beautiful.
That meant a lot to her. Okay, that was
beautiful.
Cool. Didn't mind that.
But the fact that she didn't know and they were just secretly like late night calls. Like, hey,
okay, well, Wells doesn't have parents.
Okay, you're telling me if
he wants a father.
If you went out and you made a new friend and you're like, wow, you're so cool. Okay. And then that new friend was like, hey, I Instagram messaged your mom and now we're best friends. So next time when we hang out, can you just bring your mom?
It wasn't like that fast though.
It was so fast.
But
it was so
hold on.
They tattooed each other's names on each other's backs.
The first time that Wells spoke to Joey's parents, it was through FaceTime. Remember? Because her parents did not believe her when she told them that she was going to be his caddy. And so she was like, okay, fine. So they FaceTime the parents, right? And he's like, he makes like a joke. I don't remember what it was, that she's always late or not on time. I don't know. Something about taking forever or something. And so that was their first interaction. If their first interaction had been behind her back, that would be weird. Mm-hmm. I would think that would be really weird.
Yeah, I get it, but I don't respect it.
You don't want to ever just like hang out with my parents?
I mean, yeah, all the time. But I just feel like I wouldn't just call. Like if you and I just had a falling out, but I was like, I still want to hang out with your mom.
That would be weird.
Don't get me wrong, she's a beautiful woman, but I just feel like that's overstepping a boundary.
Yeah. No, I agree, but I mean, whatever.
That's
the weird part for you. Okay.
He also had no friends.
Loser.
Fucking bitch. Friendless bitch. I hit little balls and I'm better at it. I hit it and it goes that way.
I feel like, is golf really that hard? me thinking that I could be a pro overnight.
Fucking Tiger Woods watching this episode. He finally did it. The book fix finally broke me.
Fuck these girls.
I don't know anyone who plays golf.
I don't either. So
Tiger Woods. Is he relevant? I hope he hasn't done anything bad. I feel like he has.
He probably has.
Yeah, he played golf wrong.
Well, you know, as a professional golfer, you know.
Stop. Okay, so they are messing around. They have sex for the first time. My God, he slams her. Dude, I imagined her to like scoliosis after that fucking first time that they had sex because he couldn't. So right, she's right there. Okay, they're in the locker room because they couldn't fucking wait until they made it to the room. So he's like, I'm babe, I'm gonna be rough, and she's like, no, it's fine. I mean, how bad can it be?
Chill.
Am I right? How bad can it be?
I don't mind. Isn't he like 6'5"?
She died.
She became a pretzel.
Well, what I'm imagining is that she was facing the lockers and then she was just slammed against have you ever like leaned on a locker? That shit hurts.
Not recently, no.
Yeah, I mean, me as a coach, I've when you lean on, it's like the metal. It hurts. If I was slammed against I'm just waiting. I think
I would break for sure.
And he's like, oh, babe, that was so great. I'm so happy. And she's like,
don't ever fucking talk to me again.
I need to go to the doctor.
So you're saying you were taken out, or
no? I just thought that was really funny.
Oh, okay.
No, I thought the spice in this book was actually pretty good. Yeah, I was a fan of the spice.
Okay. I think I would agree. I remember thinking like, okay, she's,
you know what's funny?
Spicy.
You know what's funny? That's the only spice scene I remember. See, oh no, there was the one in the bathtub too.
Yeah, the bathtub.
I forgot about that.
Where
shit.
where she's exploring. Where she's yeah.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
love that shit for her and him. You know what I thought was funny? When they were in a relationship but they hadn't put a label on it yet, he was always very like, he would see shit happen around him. Like, for example, when he saw his friend with a kid and he would just point, you want kids? Wait, is that something you want?
That shit right there?
Wait, hold on. And he would go up to the kid, make her laugh. You see that shit?
I'm good with kids. You see that?
I'm good. I'm just saying.
I'm qualified.
I thought that shit was funny. Wait, do you want to be married? Wait, is that something you want? Wait, do you not like guys that have chest hair?
I'll shave it off right here, right now.
Yeah. Wait, you don't like golf? I hate it too. Just go.
She's like, thank God, I've been wanting to leave.
Oh my gosh. When were they official?
I think for a minute there.
I think it was like when they were in between. Like, he was in Miami and she was in Palm Springs, wherever it was. I don't fucking know where
No. Remember, they were going to become like an official, because he was going to ask her, like, I'm going to ask her to be my girlfriend.
My girlfriend.
But then she overheard, or no, what's his face? The old caddy?
Duke.
No.
Oh.
What was he? No, yeah, Duke.
The mentor,
yeah. He was like, yeah, you know what? This was his plan all along. He wanted you to make him like a redemption arc or something,
a charity case.
Yeah, because now that he was, not sucking at golf, people would notice that his caddy was like his good luck charm, and so now everyone was like, oh my god, look at her carrying his shit around.
Yep. And I thought it was funny how everyone was like, how fucking dare he make his caddy carry that? I was like, that's their job. Yeah. That's their job. That's literally their job.
First of all, I wouldn't. Bitch, you carry that.
Then don't be a caddy.
6'5", you can fucking carry that. Thank you. I'm just here like trailing behind it.
I'm just getting paid for the looks. She got super upset about that, but I didn't really understand why, because you would think because she's a fangirl, she would understand that things are blown out of proportion. And she kind of mentioned that she knew that.
Yeah, but she was still upset because, I think what was most embarrassing was the fact that, to the public, she was portrayed as a charity case. Yeah. And so now, because of the news reports and all that shit, she was like, damn, that's how people are going to see me now.
You know what I hated? I'm going to speed forward. I really hated the press conference that they had where she sat with him and it was like, well, how do you feel that you're giving your girlfriend 10%? And I was like, well, she runs this. I'm actually giving her 50%.
And she was like,
you didn't even fucking tell me.
Well, he's a very spur of the moment kind of guy.
And that's why I love him. That's why I love him.
That's my man.
That's mine. That's mine. Speeding forward, they really wanted to be in a relationship, but the fact the whole reason that they couldn't was because she wanted to be able to make a name for herself. Mm-hmm. And then he decided, like, my girlfriend, she's over here wanting to make her pro shop, but she's choosing against opening her pro shop because she wants to help me. I can't do that to her. So he fires her. And she's like, you bitch, you
can't fucking betray me, babe. This is going to look bad on my resume.
How did you feel about that part where she walked into the living room because he was just sitting there? And she was like, babe, what, are you going to break up with me? And he didn't say anything. And she's like, oh, shit.
Are you going to break up with me?
You didn't tell me. Mm-hmm. You're going to break up with me without me?
I knew he wasn't going to break up with her. I knew that he was like, she's never going to choose the pro shop, so I have to let her go. I didn't really get that, though.
I would think
I
that she'd understand, but I would think that they would have just ended with hurt feelings.
But I didn't understand why she couldn't like finish the season with him and then focus on the pro shop.
Because they had something that was going to be planned during the opening. Like it was going to be a really big deal. But at the same time, is it really that big of a deal?
You can literally just change the date.
In Florida?
Yeah.
Who's going to go? Crocodiles? Alligators? Yeah, I didn't really get it either, but I did really appreciate how he kept sending her flowers and everything, and she was just kind of like, "Oh, would you look at that? It's piling up."
Would you look at that trash?
But then when she was watching him play, he had her polo shirt stuffed in his back pocket, and she was like, "Babe,
that was so fucking cute."
And then she flew over to see his last game, and he made the last shot, and he looked and was like, "There's my babe," and then goes over to her and goes down on his knees and just cries like a little bitch.
And that's my favorite fucking genre, actually.
Yeah.
A man who's a little bitch. I love that shit.
Love it.
Eat that shit up.
And then he's like, "Since I'm already down here, babe, will you make me the happiest man alive?
Will you maybe become Joey Wells, maybe?
Joey Wells. Is that Joey Wells.
Joey Wells Whitaker. Thank you.
I'm
just saying.
Down?
Are you still my fangirl?
Will you be my fan?
Wife? Will you be my wife?
My wife. If you're my husband. I thought you were my fan. But it turns out I don't have hair to pull in front of my face. But it turns out I'm yours. All the things she said after the movie ends. I really liked.
But then it jumps in the future.
Well, I really liked how he was like, "I don't have a ring, but maybe that green jacket that golfers wear." Green jacket. Hello?
Where the fuck is my ring? Wells. Wait, hold on. Are you being cheap right now? Where the fuck is my
green jacket?
So, because in the beginning they mentioned
it's like a golfer thing.
Yeah, that he was gonna give up before he got the green jacket, and she was like, "But you said you wanted your green jacket." And he was like, "Fuck the green jacket. I don't even care anymore."
But he got her and the green jacket. Go into the future 9 years later. Is this a 9? That's wildfires.
I don't know. I think it is wildfire. You keep saying 9 years for all of them. God. I think this one was 7.
Oh,
7 feels right. Fangirl?
Fangirl for fangirl.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't remember. But anyway, this next one jumps into the future, and we see... No, it was a long time.
He was 33. 29 minus 30 and 29. Hold on. And if X equals... No, but he had 2 kids. Wait, hold on. No, but I remember him being... Because he was 29 at the beginning of this story. And at the end, he was retiring early because he just wanted to be at home with his kids.
With his children.
God damn.
Why are you crying?
It's beautiful.
8 years into the future.
Wow.
So basically... 8 years into the future, he's doing really well. He's golfing shit up and shit. And Joey is also doing really well too, because, you know, after all this, she opened up her pro shop and people fucking travel to get to her. Like, this girl is lining up with customers. And so they have 2 kids, and he's kind of just like, damn, I miss my family. I miss my peoples. So I think I'm going to actually retire. And she's like, all right, chill. And they live happily ever after.
And then he hums California Girls. Unfortunately, not by Katy Perry. And because that's the only one I know. He hums the other one. Because that's the song she loves. And then they're happily...
Is this the story where she only got up to dance to Beach Boys?
Yes.
Because like there was a moment where she was like, I'm not going to dance to this song. I only dance to one artist and one artist only. And
he would try to guess it.
He would try The Weeknd, maybe?
Is it The Weeknd?
Selena?
Bad Bunny?
Bad Bunny? We find out it's the fucking Beach Boys. Are you kidding me?
At least something good, babe. Sorry, Beach Boys. Sorry, all of them, all those boys.
Sorry, all the Beach Boys.
So that was a story.
That was a story. Yeah, I was really disappointed. No, I didn't hate it. I was just like, damn, this is not. It didn't make me laugh the way that it happened when Summer did. I don't know, like, because to me, Piper was so charming and lovable, in my opinion. But this one, I was just like, you know what it was? So there was moments in the beginning where she would be like, oh my God, I fucking hated. I got the ick. I got the ick when he took off her sock.
Oh, yeah.
And her toenails were painted Wells bells. Dude, it gave me the ick. I was like, listen, we've all had our fangirl moments, you know? I never want them to be aired out, though. But
I just wish, but like,
I found it so cringy.
That is cringy. But it would have been good if she took the whole fangirl thing like by stride. Like she just like went, it's either 100% or no.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, but she wasn't all out. So it kind of felt like she was literally just his fangirl. But like, there's something like icky, in my opinion, where a girl is super into a guy and the guy isn't really like reciprocating. Like, I want it to be the other way around.
Okay, I respect that. What I didn't like about this is how quick it started. Like, there was no development. It just, all of a sudden, she was the caddy. It's like, oh.
Yeah, he was very fixated on, like, making up for, you know, bailing out on her for that whole thing. What was it called? The contest. Yeah, that he was supposed to take her out to dinner. I don't think he really felt that bad. I think he just found her attractive and she was just like his only fangirl. So he was like,
but
damn.
I like also high key wish, because he had called his agent and was like, I'm gonna go do the dinner with her. What's her address? And they had mentioned like, oh, we gave it to another golfer. I wish that went through.
Oh, dude, that would have been sick. That would have been so good.
I would have loved that shit. Because then I wanted her to fangirl over all of golf. There's no way you only like one guy in golf.
There's no way. And he's not even that good. So
yeah, us as pro golf enthusiasts, like you would think you would like everyone.
Yeah, you would think that you would just enjoy the sport.
That little fucking white ball. I love that shit.
I love that shit. I love following it around.
I really like when the ball goes in the hole. That's one of my favorite parts of golf.
Dude, that's bliss. I love that shit.
And that, when it goes in there, that's what sports is all about. Am I right?
I don't know. I guess I kind of just expected more. Don't get me wrong. Like, I did like some of their moments together.
I did too.
The spice was spicing. There were things that he would do for her that I was like, okay, this shit is cute. Yeah, whatever. Okay, I get it. Okay, he's a rough guy. Like, especially when he was like, you're not the type of girl who takes like 2 hours to get ready, right? And she was like, no, I'm not like other girls.
Yeah, you're right.
That kind of gave me the ick, but I was like, okay, whatever. He's just a rough guy. Like, okay.
I love that he was a rough guy, but you're making me realize that maybe he wasn't all that shit.
No, it's not for me. I don't like that. It's not.
Okay.
I like weak.
I like weak, pathetic men.
Weak, pathetic, teary-eyed film men.
Have you seen that post that it's like, don't show your kids new entertainment? It's like pushing the gay agenda because strong, dominant woman and weak, frail, pathetic men.
Dude, I love that shit. That's my favorite combo. Oh my God.
That being said, 5 out of 5.
That being said, I give it a solid 3.
I would say 3.
Yeah.
Nothing more than that, just 3.
Yeah, I would agree. It was enjoyable. There was some parts that I did enjoy. But
shout out to when he thought she was dying and he drove.
Oh my God. Yeah, that gave it another star.
Yeah.
We literally drove like what, an hour or something?
But he got there in less time.
I was concerned for him though because he was going over the speed limit.
95.
I was scared.
In LA?
Terrifying.
That's terrifying.
Was he in LA?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
yeah, 3.
3.
Let us know what you think down below, please, because
and remember, we will delete all comments and report all comments, because even if you like or hate.
Our opinions are facts all of a sudden, I guess. I don't know. We're joking. I feel like I don't know if people know. Do people know we're drunk?
You're drunk.
I'm drunk.
I'm just vibing.
Do you want more?
Yeah, I do actually.
Okay, good.
Okay, thank you to everyone who is listening to us, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or anywhere you get your podcast on. It means so much. If you want to leave a rating of 5 stars, I actually heard. Wait, hold on.
It's coming in.
It's just in. You're only allowed to give 5 stars now. So
my God.
I'm sorry, but that's just something you have to do now. Please accept your fate. If you also want to leave a review and recommend us our next read, that'd be great.
We do have a list of recommendations that were curated by our listeners. We really appreciate it, and I feel like we really value it. I don't know. It's just really nice to be able to review something that one of our watchers really wants to hear.
Yes. If they want to support us and they have a little bit of money, what can they do?
So we do have a Patreon. Right now there's not a whole lot on there, but if you just want to show that you really appreciate what we do here, you can find us on patreon.com/bookfix. But if you don't want the commitment of monthly, you can find us on Ko-fi, which is ko-fi.com/thebookfix, or buymeacoffee.com/thebookfix.
If you are watching us on YouTube, thank you so much. If you can like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because we post every Tuesday and Thursday. If you want to support us on social media, we have a Goodreads, Threads, Instagram at the Bookfix Pod, THEBOOKFIXPOD, and we also have a TikTok at the Bookfix, THEBOOKFIX. Thank you.
Damn. Okay, let's read reviews for this book. This comes from Eleanor. They gave it 5 out of 5, and they wrote, Tessa Bailey is always hit or miss for me, and let me tell you, Fangirl Down is a hit. I love this sweet and steamy, he falls harder, grumpy ex-sunshine sports rom-com. The story follows Wells, a grumpy pro golfer down on his luck, and Josephine, his biggest fan. After his most recent golfing blunder, Wells finally decides it's time to quit and cut ties with his loyal fan. However, when he learns that her family business was ruined by a recent hurricane, Wells offers Josephine a chance to caddy his last tournament and make some money to repair her shop. This book made me giddy. I kid you not, I was squealing like a child and kicking my feet because how did Tessa Bailey write this adorable, crack-filled romance? Wells went from a complete grump to a downright mess when he realized his feelings for Josephine, and it was so cute how he was quite literally at her mercy the whole time. The two had such a fun banter and vibe throughout the romance that the serious moments really shined and offered so much layer to their characters. While this romance may not be revolutionary or deep in any way, I think if you want something sweet and fun, full of chemistry, steam, hilarity, and a feral for her MC, this book might be for you.
I'm gonna read the top one. This person, Bethany, gave it a 1 out of 5 and just wrote, "Man, why'd you have to eat his ass?"
Oh yeah, we didn't mention that. She ate.
She ate. Thank you so much for listening. Just no jokes. She ate. Thank you so much for listening, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
I'm okay with that. That's fine.
That is so funny, but you should. Okay, if you go on Goodreads and you look at the 1 stars, there are many people who bring up
Why she ate his ass.
that she ate.
She was just into it.
No, she loved his ass. She loved it.
It was funny because one person wrote, like, if I have to hear about this man's ass one more time, why I oughta.
Well, you haven't seen The Perfect Ass
Have you
yet.
seen it?
If you've seen it, you get it. Third eye wide open.
Who needs a chair when you have that much cushion?
It's Giving Lunch by Billie Eilish.
Oh, I thought you meant just like the food. And I was like, I mean, to her, it really was giving lunch.
No, by Billie Eilish.
Dude, I fucking love that album. Did I tell you that?
No, but I was gonna ask you that. I was gonna ask you. Whatever, I'll just ask you now. Is that your favorite album that was released this year?
No.
No. What's your favorite album? I feel like you only post Billie Eilish right now.
Thank you, because I'm really into it. I'm really into that album. I'm into Donald Glover's new album, the Atavista.
Okay.
And then I'm really into Pathogen. I think that's what it's called, the Willow Smith one.
Oh, you have posted a lot of Will Smith.
Those 3 albums, right?
Willow released an album this year?
Yeah, dude.
Oh.
And dude, you have to see her acoustic version of it. It's so fucking good.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I'm really into those 3. I'm sorry, I've just Billie Eilish currently.
No,
Really,
don't be sorry.
Really been
Don't
that book.
be sorry.
One of the books we're gonna talk about soon that you haven't read yet.
Don't say the name
So
because
you can't know.
sorry, please
I
stay
know, 'cause then
tuned.
we won't do it.
Yeah, we're cursed. Literally, anytime we mention that we're gonna do a book, we don't do it.
The Duke and I curse. Just things not going well. My playlist that I made for the sad book we're going to talk about, hopefully, is based off of that album.
No way.
Yeah, I love that. I feel like it fit it so well. And
God.
dude, I'm so into playlists. I really like it when authors offer playlists.
Yes, and you know what? We're gonna talk about that more in the next episode.
Bye.